John Bonilla here with Casa Tax Auction Training. We're here at the Bayou City Event Center where they do the property tax auctions and the trustee tax auctions, or the trustee auctions for Harris County, which is Houston. So the way they do it in Houston is a little bit different than the way they do it in Bexar County and the way they do it in every county. Every county is going to be a little bit different and have its specific rules, regulations, and processes on how they do everything. So you got to do your due diligence in each specific county, ask questions, show up to auctions, learn my material, and from there you can be a successful bidder. Why don't you follow me inside and see what we got for today. Now here at the Bayou Event Center, parking is $5 to park within the gate. I recommend doing this rather than parking outside in the parking lot. You want to get here about 9:30 to about 30 minutes before the auction. That way you can get a good parking spot, once again for $5. Now you will see a list of each individual precinct and what's going for sale at those precincts. This list will give you the cause number, it'll give you the site address, it'll give you the account number, a description of the property, a judgment date on the property, and what the minimum bid is going for. If there's red lettering on the property that says sale canceled, it means it will not be bid on at this auction. Anything that does not say sale canceled will be bid on and is going to be selling in a few minutes. Each individual precinct will have this list. So this is one, then you'll move on and have 2, 3, 4, and I'm guessing you can guess the remaining on the back side. There's 8 precincts in Harris County. Each individual one will have its own location within the ballroom where you will bid on said properties. Once again, 8 individual precincts. My advice to you is really pick the ones you like, or walk in with the team and have each member go to each individual precinct. Let's go on inside and let's see what we can get. Now upon entry you will have a table that is the tax auction pre-registration online. I recommend that you do register online so you can get through this quicker. You'll just go in there, show your ID, they'll print out your bidder number. If not, you will then have to move on to the actual on-site registration table, which is this one right here. You will then go up there. They will then verify everything. It takes a little bit longer. The line's longer to get in through there, but then you will then get your bidder number as long as you don't have any outstanding property taxes to Harris County. Here's a couple of the papers that you'll need to fill out, describing your bidder requirements, etc., etc. What we're going to then do next is we're going to move on, and I just want you guys to see the trustee auction, which is also taking place here. This is more of foreclosure auctions is what it is. These are for liens on the property from foreclosures, reverse mortgages, a number of things. These are being sold by trustee. Now this area is flooded with a bunch of private lenders, insurance companies, teach you how to sell real estate, teach you how to make money in the real estate business, tables and booths, and a whole lot of investors in this table. It is a good place to go ahead and look into getting auctions. It does require a little bit more money in these trustee auctions to get these properties, but certainly can be worth your while. For me, I do like to pick up every single piece of literature I can, because if I can get one tip of information from any one of these papers, it's useful. So I pick up all these and I'll go through them later. Most of them just become recycled, but I still pick them up. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the reason why we're here, the actual tax auction entrance. This is in the other ballroom here located in the Bayou Event Center. Now I'm going to go ahead and speed through this video a little bit more. There's precinct 7, there's precinct 2, precinct 4, 5. So you'll see they got big numbers that are posted up at the top. That will be the precinct where you bid on the auction. The actual constable of each precinct will be the one bidding out the auctions. So this ballroom is pretty big. There's a lot of people here. They will have a screen or a TV of some sort that'll have each property listed as it's going up. Beforehand right now, everybody's just kind of sitting around talking about this, that, and the other. And those screens also do have up whatever's still available. Now what this is here is a map of the 8 individual precincts in Harris County. This will make it a little bit easier to know where your properties are located or what precinct it is based off a location. So here we are at the Harris County Tax Auction. For the most part, most of the properties have been canceled. I think 9 on the list that I really wanted have all been canceled. Only 1 is still remaining. That's here in precinct 7. So I'm sitting at this specific precinct. That way I can bid on that specific property. So if you have properties that are in different precincts, you're probably not going to be able to hop back and forth between the two and bid on the two. So my recommendation would be to bring a partner, bring some other people, get them to register. Then you guys can camp out at different precincts and then pursue all the different properties that you want if they're in a different precinct. That's the way it's done here in Harris County. I know in Bexar County it's a little bit different. We'll be posting on how Travis County does it next month. So here's my bidder number. What I did is I registered online beforehand to make the process a little bit easier. As soon as you come in, you just go to the pre-online registration line, you just show your ID, you get your number. It's a little bit faster. It's about to start. So what we're going to watch here next is a property be bid off from the very beginning to the very end. The constable is going to list all the description of the property. All bidders that are interested in the property will hold up their card number, and they will keep the card up until the end of the auction. If your card remains up, it means you still want to keep bidding on it. Last person holding their card up will win the property at that successful bid number. They must then pay for it at that time immediately.
Account number 0601300900133. Adjust value $3,120. Minimum bid $3,120. 3,120, 354, 455, 556, 657, 758, 859, 95, 10, 10, 5, 11, 11, 5, 12, 12, 5, 13, 13, 5, 14, 14, 5, at 14, 5, 14, 5, go once, going twice, 3 times out of bidder number 27550.
Now this one's a little bit different. That successful bidder must go pay for that property immediately. In Bexar County, you have till about 4 o'clock that day to go get your check and go turn it in. So it's one of the only differences here is you must pay for that property immediately on site right now. So what did we pick up today from the Harris County Tax Auction? There's a couple different rules here at this auction that are a little bit different than, say, the auction in Bexar County. For example, here in Harris County, they do each individual precinct in different sales, as you saw from the video. So precinct 1 all the way through 7. So you really got to know which precinct the specific home you want is in, and then that's the one you got to bid at. If you have homes that are in multiple precincts, it's tough. You're either going to have to hop back and forth, or my recommendation to you is if you have a partner, or if you're an LLC, or if you're a part of a company, register other bidders. That way you guys can be at multiple precinct sites bidding on the properties that you like. Another thing here is you must have your money on site. There is no leaving to the bank to go get your money. There's no, oh, I got to go home, let me do this, let me do that. You either must have cash on site or certified funds, which is like a cashier's check, money order, something made out to Harris County. One of the other things that I learned here also is that the bidding process is a little bit different. Say in Bexar County, you can just bid randomly. The way it kind of worked here is before the property is shown, and then beforehand, everybody who is interested in that specific property puts their number up. And then you go back and forth, leaving your card up until the constable calls out the number that you either want to fall out at, you'll put your card down, or if you want to keep going, you leave your card up. She will then start going in increments of 500 once that bidding starts to increase. So a lot of good things learned here. What I also hear at this one that I noticed from, say, the Bexar County Tax Auction is literally most of the properties got canceled even before the sale. One of the properties I was really interested in got canceled during the Precinct 7 auction. I was wondering why it wasn't coming up. I go back, I look, I ask questions, ended up getting canceled during the sale, which means that person came and took care of those taxes, during the sale and it got canceled out. So that's what I noticed here, is that a lot of the properties do get canceled out. That's pretty much it. That's all I have here for Harris County. We'll be checking in next week from Travis County, where we'll be doing the same thing here, and I will answer any questions that you have for Travis County auction coming next. Once again, there are certain specific things that you must know. Okay, really what it all comes down to is you must have cash. You got to have money. Okay, you got to have money to really get at these things. I noticed that a lot of the properties went for under the adjudged value. Some of them went a little bit over. Whatever your specific needs and wants are, you're willing to pay whatever you are for a property. Just make sure you do your due diligence with the things that I teach you and research each property thoroughly, because the number you're paying here isn't going to be the final number. There's always some more money that's going to go involved into these properties, whether it be rehab, whether it be code compliance liens, number of things that it could be. So please do your research, your due diligence, and at the end of the day, you got to have the money to bid. With Casa Tax Auction Training, John Bonias.